2A Tuesday. We focus on a different state each week, taking a look at their firearms.
It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
Oh, I'm muted, so that makes it even better. All right, let's try this again. So it is Thursday. Try to steal some time on Thursdays to do a little 2A research. Not necessarily anything urgent. Definitely not important, but just little efforts to keep this project moving towards completion. So today, let's talk about waves of infringement. I don't know how many people are going to show up to listen to this, but we do have a quarter to a third of the screen devoted to the conversation. So if people do show up, welcome. And you're welcome to participate as well, because this is boring and it's going to take some work. So we've got some stuff over on Minuteman for waves of infringement, and that's under the section for resources and gun prohibitionists. So the gun prohibitionists have done things, and they've had tactics. They've had strategies and, success and failures or whatever. But in order to keep track of them all so that they can't just keep pulling the same tactics out, I guess, for lots of reasons, let's take a look back and see what these different waves of infringements upon our rights have been. And again, if you're interested in participating, like DJ is saying, hey, here, then please feel free to participate. And if I'm missing anything, let me know. And if there's something that can be extrapolated or I don't know what the words are, but if there's something that can be made better, then feel free to let me know. Because the point here is to accumulate the data that we can all use to understand the situation better, so that we can be more educated, more informed, more effective in our conversations with anybody. People on our own side who are crazy or dumb or just not aware of what's going on or weird, or the people on the other side who are pretty much all those things at the same time, right? I'm going to go throw this away and throw this away while we see if anybody else shows up. While that happens, I'm going to play a little quick deal here.
2A Tuesday. We focus on a different state each week, taking a look at their firearms laws and history. We also feature a gun owners' rights group and take a look at their background, focus, and successes.
That's what we do on Tuesdays. Today's Thursday, though. I'm in and out. It's close to dinner. He's going to pass out. So we get that guy some bacon. All right, so let's see. We're going to go all the way back to 1850, after the Civil War. Then you got Reformation. Then you got Prohibition in reaction to organized crime created by Prohibition in the 1930s. 1949 is when Saturday Night Specials came around. So you get your full auto scare in the 30s because of that organized crime. Spaghetti. Then you get 1960s. long gun registrations in New York. And I guess gun registration started in the 60s, maybe. I'm calling these the culture wars. Then you get a spike in street violence and assassinations during the 60s. Then in the 70s, drive to register guns with computers failed. And then so when we get the 1977 Privacy Act. Can I make this bigger to make this easier to pay attention to here? So this is from my research so far or whatever. Then the political left became anti-gun in the 70s. Until then, I guess that wasn't one of their things. We will never fully solve our nation's horrific problem of gun violence unless we ban the manufacture and sale of handguns and semi-automatic assault weapons from 1993. We had the cop killer bullets in 1982, so I got that out of order. So let's edit and change that real quick. What's for me? What's happening? Oh, the phone, you mean? I am waiting for a text, but not a phone call. Let's see. So now I'm going to go down here to this 1993 quote and cut it and move it to where 1993 actually would be. You get your long gun confiscation in Australia in 1996. And then Australia confiscates handguns in 2003. I think 1988 is where you get the semi-automatic assault weapon. Is that true? I don't know. My notes aren't very good here. That's one of the reasons I'm going in here to try to spruce them up and figure what's going on here. All right, so is anybody else who's out here now? There's a couple of people out here aware of any, let me update this and show you the page I'm on so you don't have to figure out what I'm looking at here. Has anybody got any, aware of any other waves that I'm missing? So now I'm going to take this and shove it over here where you can't see it, because now it's none of your business anymore. Now we're going to grab this and put it over here. And I've got two situations here to worry about. So first thing I think I'm going to do is make them smaller. Can I do that? Is that legal? I guess I could. I don't know how small this is going to end up. I guess it came from a page, so it should go back to a page technically. Yeah, it kind of did. All right, I'm going to kind of put those right there. And then I have one here called Wars. And now we have all our wars. Look how quick it is to get all the wars. You want a war? Boom, you got wars. All right, there. And then we can take this and move this one. Oh, I guess like that. Ow. So let's move this and in. All right, so let everybody get a good look at this. And let's see, is this about right? 1950s zip gun Saturday Night Special. We're getting there. So this is what I got so far. I know there's a little bit of redundancy because these are coming from multiple projects that have kind of worked on at different paces or different rates. And this is one of the goals, the objectives today would be to conglomerate, it's the word, smush all this together. So let's go ahead. Please link. Oh, didn't I do this? There you go. So for me, one of the ideas is to get this on a timeline so that it can compare different timelines. All right, sorry about that, yawning. The top timeline is the wars or whatever, and it's not ideal because it doesn't really span. I could put something in here to span how long the wars are. Some of them are just a slice, and some of them are a bigger wedge, so to speak. And then that'll let us kind of see maybe the mindset, the technology, and that kind of thing at the time. And I've not read every book or nothing, so I'm wondering if anybody knows of any books that are already doing this, because I don't know how to do any of this. So if this has already been done, then I'm not going to bother with it. But if nobody has done this before, then I think you can see where I'm going with this. To get this timeline complete and concise, and then it's going to be a part of a bigger project. It'll be a portion of multiple projects and a piece of a bigger project. So I definitely have it out of scale, just looking at it, because this is the Gun Control Act and it says 1968. So let's see if I can unlock this. And I can just move these things around together, or what's happening here? Oh no, I'm moving them together. What's up with that? All right. All right, well, whatever. So seriously, this is all going to be separate things? Or what? Okay, good. So eventually I should be able to ungroup, maybe? Undo layer panel options. I don't know how to ungroup in this software. Yeah. Ungroup. Okay, that didn't work very good. Try that again. Where'd it go? Oh, it didn't ungroup at all. Try it on this one, and there we go. And nothing. All right, well, that's almost useless. So I guess that was a waste of time. How come I can't get one of these things to come off on their own here? So now it's just on its own layer, and I can move it. Okay. And that one I cannot move. Interesting. All right, well, I can eventually get these things off of here and then move them around. I've got zip guns on here twice, so where did zip guns come in on this whole thing? And let's see if anybody's saying anything. So I'm not suggesting that this is going to be a super interesting chat, because I don't give a crap about any of that. I'm just trying to work on some projects, and I figured if people are out there interested in being part of it to help you make it complete, or if you got something to add, then feel free. Let's see. So zip guns. Where do you think zip guns came from? Is that the 50s? So this is what I do. I go look online. History of zip guns. Firearm blog, Wikipedia. How about Wikipedia? They know everything. They know about ghost guns and everything, probably. All right, that was no help. That's weird. Wikipedia was no help. We got something going on here. Firearm blog. That looks like J.M. Davis. So laws about zip guns. How about that? Definitions, what those things might be a cool addition. 1968 destructive device is added to the Gun Control Act. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good one. I'm going to put that, I think, in a layer called laws or whatever. But yeah, that's a great idea to have on there as a another point of reference or whatever. Come on, these things are really a pain in the butt, and they're not even being useful. That's super pain in the butt. All right, so now we're going to take this one called Wars. I don't know what this one is, so we'll just leave it off. Come up here, add a whole bunch of layers. Go to this one called Wars and grab that color, whatever this is, and then put it on this layer. It's laws, so it needs to be a shitty color. So what we'll do is move this over like that, copy, paste, bring this up, bring them together, and over here there's the deal to level them. And then cram them up there, and then where did DJ's thing go? I have the room open. Man, I gotta take that all out again. 1968. I'll probably just take one of these, which are not weird and grouped up together. I think this is where I just put it. Yep, call this laws. I don't think I need to put too many of these in here because I'm almost positive I have a law one somewhere else already. But just for reference, I'm going to put it in there now because that's a pretty important one. That one in the NFA, of course. So we'll just put that one in real quick, like. And that would be 1934. So see, that makes those time scale pretty interesting when you just put those two pieces in there. It shows you how hard it is to do a time frame. I'm trying to do 34 because nothing happened until the last 5 minutes of the country. Sure, this Firearms Act happened like in 1934, but then almost nothing happens before that. So you got the whole history of the country, all these wars and stuff, and then just a couple little dinky little things. And then some of this stuff isn't supposed to be over here. It should be over here. It's just that I don't have room to put it over here. And that's one of the reasons I didn't have it on this page, is because this really needs to be focused in. These waves of infringement are few and far between for quite a while. So this one, 18, oh, look, I gotta do this thing. So there's gotta be a way to unlink all of these stupid things already. So go into here, and what's this? Oh, that's half of them. And that's the other half. Oh, so now I can pull it. I guess I just have to open it all the way. So suicide specials, that was little inexpensive firearms. So let's figure out where suicide specials comes from. It's gonna be a fun one to look up. I have in my search history. Probably go over to a private window for that one. History. Gundata.com. The following are known manufacturers of the Saturday specials that were manufactured in the 1870s to the end of the 1800s. Most are of low quality, made it unsafe to shoot with today's ammunition. And I think that's why they were called suicide specials, is because they were just that, inexpensive, old guns, and then you really didn't want to shoot them because they might blow up in your face. And it wasn't because of much other than they were made for lower power ammo. And then once they came out, your stupid Wonder Nines, blowing everything up with their tiny little bit of power. So Hopkins and Allen, Harrington and Richardson, New Haven. Oh, that's just a state or the city, I guess. Derringer Company. Interesting. They're calling it Derringer one. Bacon Arms. Calm down. All right, well, you know what I'm going to do? Boom. I'm going to say 1870s to 1880s were the suicide specials. Or, I mean, 1870s to the 1900s. So I'm going to say that the suicide specials probably came around after that. Here we go. Oh, here. It says right here. According to this, which looks like an old-fashioned internet site, so it's usually good, suicide special was coined by Duncan McConnell in an article in American Rifleman, 1948. American Rifleman, February 1948. Let's go over to eBay. And type this in and see what happens. Just take a gander, see what happens. Let's go to the ones that have already been sold. What do you think? $5? 1948. We need 1948. None of these are 1948. Any 1948 going once, going twice. Anything from 1948 that is American Rifleman from 1948. Going once, going once, going once. 1949, that's awful close. 1948. Oh, American Home, wrong kind of magazine. 1948 American Rifleman. Let's see if we got it. Do we got it? Do we got it? Do we got it? Just show us the things already. Look how hard it is to get things on the internet. This kind of work you go through when you're an internet researcher. Clicking and clicking and clicking. All right, I guess I have to go over here. What was the thing? I forgot the article already. February. Let's go see what we got. Okay, so what that says. April, June, January. June. Stupid Junes. Nobody wanted June. Look what they were doing. Killing moose. Little kids were killing moose back in the day. And there's some kind of soldier with an assault rifle. Horrible. They were idolizing that back in the day because of the violence, probably. They were gun owners. 79, 49, close, 49, 48. Wait, yeah, that's what we're looking for. All of them, out of all 12, I think we just found it. I think we just found it. Are we going to get a picture of it? That's the real question. No, we're not. We're going to get a little junky half picture. Oh, wait a minute. Is that it right there? Come on. Are you serious? This is their shitty picture? I can't even get a bigger picture of it. February, it is that one. February 1948. Let's double check. Oh, February 1948. That's the one you want. Dude killing something with a rifle. Being violent with a rifle on a rock. 1948. That's pretty freaking neat. So now we know what it looks like. Now you go in and look for American Rifleman 1948. So I don't know why it's not looking for American Rifle anywhere. American Rifleman magazine and copy. Boom, boom. Check out number 10 and 11 on the article. 1948 on the article. Nice. You know how many of these guns I have? A number of them. Oh, snap. I like these guns a lot. These are all awesome guns. All right, let's go back to the top. And I don't know what DJ's talking about, 10 and 11. It's crazy. So we're going to go back over here, American Rifle in 1948. We know which one we're looking for now. So I just got to look to see if I can see one. Wait, I got to get rid of that sold business. Oh, good, it's not sold. There we go, 14 bucks. It looks like you can buy one of these. Nice. From Canada. Damn it. Shipping is insane. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. Let me take this over here real quick and go. Oh, outrageous. Shipping is outrageous on these things. Let me see if I can find one that isn't outrageous shipping. I don't have a good enough heart to look at that. Oh, I shouldn't shit about that. But some of these are extremely expensive shipping. I mean, I charge $9 because it costs $9 to stick one of these things in a freaking padded envelope. It costs free and then ship it. It's cost me $9. I charge $9 because I'm reasonable. These people are charging upwards $15 for shipping. Are you kidding me? Yeah, $15 for shipping. Dang it. They don't have one just by itself either. There's a really neat one with a 22 long rifle on the cover. Look at this one. 22 long rifle on the cover. That one's only $5 or $7 shipping. Let me go see if that guy's got anything good. Maybe it's a lady. Memorabilia, memory. So see other items. Let's see what they got. Oh, they got all kinds of cool stuff. What's going on over here? Look at all these American Riflemans. These are neat. Some of these are early. Holy moly, these are early. So American Rifleman was a weekly back in the day. Oh, look, booby magazine. These girls are rubbing each other's boobies together for the therapy of it. All right, come on. What's going on? Gung Ho magazines, $99. What's going on with these magazines? All right, you know what I'm going to put in here? 1948. Oh, sorry, there's sex on there. Sex magazine right on the cover. Oh, man, it'll kick me off of YouTube for that. I'll just scroll back up anyway. Nope. Damn it. So even though that magazine is cheap, their other magazines ain't cheap, and they ain't got the one I'm looking for. All right, well, here's the deal. $30. $30. That's messed up. I'm gonna put that over there and do that. And what's going on here? I need to go into here, I guess. When you read the text laws, let's see. Destructive devices, no sporting purpose as well. The definition of what both of those, oh, I see what you're saying. The no sporting purpose. I'm pretty sure I got no sporting purpose in here, but let me go double check on that. Nope, that's awesome. That was 1968 also. So let me just grab that. Well, I got to write it in here. Oh, that's weird. Look at that. Oh, it's because it's... Oh, what's going on? Look at that. It only shows up in this little window. Oh, stupid. That's weird. I don't get it. It's because I'm pulling it from another piece of software. So, yeah, that's super weird. I don't know where that other one even went now. Oh, here it is. This is on its own layer, and it can do whatever it wants. So I'm just going to do that. And yeah, we'll put sporting use in here for sure. And like I say, I think that should pretty much go around 1968-ish. Yeah, good. I didn't have that one. Thanks. The definitions of what both these things are might be a cool addition. 50s, when you read the text of the laws or bills, they cite when things are changed. I think I'm catching that out of context or something. Found that. Oh, so is that what I was just looking at, though? Let me save this real quick. And then minimize it. And unblinking eye, yeah, found that. Check out numbers 10 and 11 on the article. Number 10 and 11 on the article. What does that even mean? Oh, this here? Hold on, just had a mosquito dive bomb me here. Uh-oh, we got something just finished in the printer. Let me go grab a print real quick. I've had some pipe cleaners around here, but I don't know where that. All right, so got something out of the printer. Everybody's going to be happy about this. Like certain people are going to be happy about this. Other people aren't going to care at all. Let's just put this up here like this. And there's a little snaky doll. It's a little tiny one. I got to figure out what to use for arms on him. It's got his face like that and drill the hole right through him so you can stick them on things. Snaky doll. All right, so no serial numbers. Most carried a trade name, not the actual manufacturer's name. Oh, look, in 1958, Donald Bloke Webster wrote a book entitled Suicide Specials, now long out of print. Guess where I'm going. All right, look what I found. So I need to find... All right, go over to here again, up to the top. There's a little button to go to the top of eBay. And then get rid of all that and search. Oh, no, dang it. Dang it. Oh, nothing happened over here either. I'm looking at two different screens here now. So now I'm going to go over to here and flip it to that and then just search for the dude. See what kind of stuff is out there. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No. Dang it. wants those two. Come on. Come on, nobody wants those months. See other items. Do they got any other ones? No. They only got the months nobody wants. Nobody wants your months. So it looks like this guy made a bunch of decorated stoneware pottery of North America. I don't believe in stoneware pottery. Dang it. All right, well, I'm distracted because I'm trying to see if that's available anywhere by itself, and it isn't. Just lame. And the only ones that are available seem to be in Canada, and I don't know why Canada has American Riflemen's, for one thing, and why they're charging such an exorbitant amount for them. For another thing, which cheaper, to do this one? Wait a minute. Oh, let me go see now. I'm going to go see which one's cheaper. All right, so going over here, we're looking at, oh, okay, I see what we're seeing. I see what we're seeing. And over here, oh, that's definitely. All right, well, here's the deal. I may end up participating in this whole endeavor right there. This other book, we'll have to find that because I'm not finding it. So we're going to have to go to just the plain old internet instead of just eBay. See what it says about this. There's that thing. Here's Open Library. What? Open Library? It's not in the library. So some books are just there so you can look at them for free, like Communism, but not this one, evidently. But here, if you want, here's a book on Annie Oakley. You can just go read it like free, like Communism, if you want. It's like basically a library for the internet. Internet communism, get free books. Boom. So Annie Oakley's pretty awesome. All right, so we're going to quit looking for that, and we're going to keep going back to what we started this whole thing on. The Suicide Special was coined in 1948. So that makes a lot of sense because the guns are guns from the early 1900s or late 1800s, and not to be used in modern ammo, so therefore they would blow up and you'd be putting your life at risk if you shot them. Now, I think going back to what we're doing here, waves of infringement, is that really a wave of infringement, or is that the industry trying to shun inexpensive imports to get people to buy their fancy Rugers and their fancy Smith & Wessons and their fancy Harrington and Richardsons? I don't know if there's an answer to that, so we'll just assume the rich people are out to get us. Because that way you never want to be rich, right? If the rich people are out to get you, wouldn't they want you to think that so that you'd never want to be rich? Question mark. Sergeant Major Bulldog, I was looking on eBay. Thanks for that. All right, so I guess I'm getting back on track here. So that's a good one. Thanks for the idea about non-sporting. I didn't even have that in here. So, man, I don't like it when the procedures parts of it take more time than the farting around. So in this case, what we're dealing with is I wanted to work on this a little bit and make some progress and not necessarily learn how to work the stupid software better, which is what evidently either I need to know how to do or I'm just not experienced with pulling this. I pulled these one red pieces out of another piece of software, the publishing software, and now I've got them in the Illustrator software, and they obviously don't like each other. So it's not letting me pull anything out, which is making it less than effective for making the process behind the scenes. You know, it's happening. It's making it come straight to the surface of everything. So that's not productive. All right. So I'm gonna put everybody on hold. I might end this chat, maybe. All right, I guess I'm not ending this chat maybe. So then we'll go over here, and how the heck can I get these things out of here? What did I do? Clicked on this? Oh, look, what is this? I gotta click on 100 different things. And then it doesn't even indicate which one I'm clicking on. So dumb. Oh, all the way back to that to get Saturday Night Specials again. All right, well, I'm not doing all that. So let me know. Should I do these things with a couple of people? I think we would have ended up just BSing about nothing without a bunch of people having some something prepared. So should I do these things, throwing the idea out ahead of time, like we're going to do this again next week, and somebody can prepare and bring stuff to the table so we can get some work done, and I can get the facilitate the back end so that it's good to go and we're not fighting this little glitch with the two image issues or whatever this, I don't know how to describe it. Or nobody cares, because more than likely nobody cares. This isn't necessarily important or urgent. It's just trying to get more and more of this research into history done to give us more perspective on how it went down and who and how often we've had to defend the rights protected by, and what kind of breathers we had in between these fights, what kind of onslaughts we've had. Where are we at? We're about at 45 minutes. I'll go an hour. I'm not going to shut it down right now, but just don't know if it's I don't ever know. Sometimes these things are useful, sometimes they're not. This one definitely seems like it's more farting around. So I was ideally going to just come in here and drag these things to be more appropriate on that bigger, and then be able to start addressing which things were missing. So basically distracted and having issues with the time spans here, because let's see, 1896, for example, should be way over here by the middle of the page. So I'm guessing that Suicide Specials we just said was what, 1948. So even that one should be way over here by 1950. I put in here drug gangs have guns. That's in both of them, but really that one is more to do with actually that one's a repeated one, because I was thinking this particular one was actually, what the hell one was I thinking here? I was thinking this would have been the first time they were worried about drug gangs having guns would, I guess, have been in the 80s, right? Before that, they were I don't think they were worried about drug peddlers having guns as much as just having access to people that hadn't been indoctrinated against their wares. Well, when time permits is not possible, so that's the problem. Unless there was like this big group of people that like to get together and spend a lot of time efforting on things, then it would be like, oh, let's do it every Thursday, but that doesn't happen. There's not enough people to even get together occasionally. So it's more of an opportunity when there's time. This week's been weird for me, so taking some time on Thursdays to do this. This was the one to do this Thursday. So I don't really care if I get anything accomplished during these little sessions as much as just making a little bit of headway, or even just sometimes picking stuff up, looking at it again, collecting it. In this case, this was an effort just to get the show ready to bring these pieces together. It might be super frustrating to pull this apart, but I can do this during something else, while I'm listening to a training seminar or something like that, or doing something else where I can be multitasking. I can do the idiot work of just removing these items, putting them all in here as separate entities, and then in another session like this, we can go through the brain power of sorting them out and deciding which ones should be here, which ones maybe are not necessary or not really descriptive of the Second Amendment fight. Now, I do include some things that aren't the Second Amendment fight, because some things that aren't necessarily on the surface our fight have some effect or are somehow useful. And like I say, those I may not have made a great judgment call, or things change or whatever. So again, looking forward to input on that kind of stuff from others. But the goal here is to create a resource, so in this case, a timeline to use for lots of different projects. So we'll continue to do these things going forward. But we got 10 people out there. It's always goofy. I don't like doing these things where I just talk. If I had something to do, I'd at least be distracted by whatever I'm working on. But I'm effectively giving up on trying to get too much done today. So I guess I'll start wrapping it up. Let's see. So unless somebody sees something that's obviously missing here, like DJ, who was able to find one that was, worth including right away. We got Stop and Frisk, that I believe was in New York. The gangsters having guns, so not the drug gangs, but the gangsters like of the 1920s, the Prohibition gangsters. That was the 1934 NFA. Was a reaction to that concept that the gangsters could just break into any National Guard armory or whatever that in the 1930s were basically only 20 years old, if that, and knock them over and take their stuff and run across state lines. And now the state jurisdiction wouldn't have any authority over them anymore. So now they could run rampant in the next state over. And when they got bored, jump to the third state and back to zero. Unless somehow they made a phone call or somebody wrote a letter, there were no radios, so there was no way for a bad guy to be met with law enforcement. They could run across the border and effectively be out of jail. So you see these old TV shows and old cartoons where the sheriff has to stop at the county line and just turn around and walk home. That concept. So way before police radios and stuff, everybody was scared of that. Gangsters could just come run into your town, do their thing. Was that actually happening, or was that dime store novels or penny novels or whatever they were called, the National Enquirer of the time, the comic books or the graphic novels of the time that were no longer using cowboys and the frontier as their heroes and whatnot? They were using the gangsters because that was the new thing of the time. So I thought that was interesting. It's one of the things that got me started in this whole thing. Whenever I had that explained to me, I was like, oh, wait a minute. The 1934 National Firearm Act wasn't because the whole country got together and said, you know what? People are behaving irresponsibly with machine guns. Instead, almost everybody was acting very reasonably, responsibly with machine guns, except for some criminals and a bunch of people's reaction to the organized crime that was developed by attempting to make alcohol illegal, a vice. The organized crime that was a result of that, they didn't want to put the attention on the organization of the crime being the issue and their brazen criminal activity on the fact that they were above the law, so to speak, because they were such large entities that were larger than the police departments and stuff. But instead, they wanted to say it's the items that they had. They didn't say it was their cars or their pens or their suits or the knives that they probably carried or any other kind of implement. It was just the firearms. So, they made firearms the scapegoat, and everybody said, yeah, that's right. Let's get rid of them. Let's see. So with that, I'll leave it here. I'll always leave it with the comments or for people who are listening to this in the future. If you're listening to this and you're interested in participating, you didn't miss nothing. You just missed the time when I had a moment or an hour, I guess, and decided to go live. Like I say, I've been trying to do these on the regular on Thursdays to just make some incremental steps on the Minuteman University project. To work on some of the little bits and pieces that have been overlooked in the bigger pictures that have been more important over the years, I guess. So, in that effort, we just kind of go live when possible, Thursday afternoons. So if you're missing this, it's no big deal. There's only 7 to 11 people in here this afternoon for me. But it might have been evening on the metric coast. I'm not sure. But if you're listening to this in the future on whatever platform, we've been getting some activity from the UGE Tube people because I've been asking people to leave some comments. But if you're listening over on GunTube, I've got Mike from GunTube on next week on Monday on the Daily Gun Show. And we post things. We're going to be posting. I almost posted this show over on Odyssey today. Just didn't have time to work on that. That's one of the other projects I got to do, but this seemed, well, less like work. And then what's the other one? We're going to be posting on, what's the other part? There's another one we're going to be going live on. I can't remember the name of it right now. Oh no, I was thinking I was going to go live on a third, but we're not going to. With that though, we'll end this one. And working on SDI. What kind of what do they call them? What kind of section are you in? What are you working on for gunsmithing school? So there's SDI, like you go there and you're on campus, and then there's SDI, like correspondence, where you take it over the, well, I guess it's not correspondence anymore, it'd be over the internet. My first gunsmithing class was in pieces of paper they would send me. I don't think I have them anymore. They would send me pieces of paper, and then you would read the stuff. It was open books. You would just read the stuff, and you'd fill out the answer, and you'd send it back. And then you're a revolver armorer. And then you'd send it in again, and they'd be like, now you're a shotgun armorer. This was for just, I guess, the Army. I was doing it as a little kid, though. I was doing it when I was like 16 because I was in Civil Air Patrol, and you could just take as many of these classes, these upskill trainings as you wanted. So I just took every single gunsmithing one there was. They were pretty easy. 6th grade level gunsmithing manuals, basically. So pretty simple. But back then it was a Model 10 and 870 and 1911 and M16 and an M60 and 203. That's pretty much all you gunsmith. There might have been something else. It was an 870, but there might have been another shotgun. First semester online, basic ballistics and intro to firearms. Oh, right on. Yeah, that seems pretty interesting. I wonder if Barbecue, who is a gunsmith, would ever entertain having some sort of a gunsmith session where he brings different gunsmiths on, or maybe experienced gunsmiths meet with people who are in school so you can ask some questions and get some advice from people who've been on the clock for a bit. Or people like Barbecue. I don't think he worked as a gunsmith. I think he just got the class and then had the credential, but I don't think he like opened up a shop. All right, in that case, we'll end it. We'll probably, there's nothing to result to this. I'm just going to save this on the computer as a file, and there'll be nothing that's a result to this one, really. Future shows, though, often when we do these projects, there's a result or some kind of a image or some kind of a video or something that we're able to create as the result of the research or in collaboration, as DJ was saying. So if you've got an idea for next Thursday, let me know. I don't think I have anything in there. It's probably going to be books, though, because I've got an itching to scratch where I'm going to drag out some of the books and taking a look at some stuff, basically, and some stuff that's heading out to eBay. And yeah, with that, we'll end this one. Thanks again for showing up live. If you're in the future and you're leaving some comments, thanks for that as well. On Tuesdays, we go live and talk about 2A. Thursdays, we talk about travel.
Thursday, Firearm Travel and the Gun Show Loophole Tour. On Thursday, we explore the gun shops, shows, and firearms museums we have visited. Since 2016, we have traveled over 60,000 miles through 29 states to visit over 200 gun shops and more than 30 firearms museums. We'll also take a look at 2A rallies and gun shows from all over the United States.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals at GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year. practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching GunWebsites.com. Do 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 do.